Council to order tonight, Tuesday, November the 15th, 2022 at 6 p.m. Do we know who's all on the phone? Ms. Shancy, are you on the phone?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Hope you get to feeling better. Anybody else on the phone? Okay, that's it. Do we have the prayer? I ask that you silence your cell phones, any electronic device. The prayer will be by our planning director, Mr. Scott Ankerson, and our pledge by Councilman College. Thank y'all.
Lord Father, we come before you tonight, we give you honor, we give you praise and thanks for the blessings in our lives, God. We thank you that your love for us is everlasting and that your love for us never changes, God. We thank you for your hedge of protection you place around us, Lord, this city and all its workers, God. We ask tonight for your wisdom and your discernment in this meeting. Give council unity, God, as they make these decisions as we do business in the city. And God, we thank you most of all for your Son, Jesus Christ, and his sacrifice for our sins on Calvary's cross. We ask all this in his name. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Councilman College, and thank you, Mr. Ankerson. That brings us to our agenda order of approval. Mr. Danos will be filling in with for Ms. Shancy this evening because Ms. Shancy is on the line, but she is at home a little under the weather, so please keep her in your thoughts and prayers.
Yes, sir. We would ask that the agenda be approved with the exception of business agenda item number 5, which we would request to be pulled.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda order of approval with business agenda item number 5 being pulled?
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Jackson. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Gillette. All in favor? Motion carries. That brings us to our public hearing. We have on our redistricting, and I would like to introduce y'all to Tommy Carden with Butler Snow out of Jackson, Mississippi. They've done a great job with our redistricting options that we have available to present to you all this evening. I think it's not gerrymandered like our last one. As Councilman Gillette and former Mayor Gillette knows, Ward 3 was a big S through the city, and it just was hard to cover your whole ward sometimes or feel like you were able to give them all equal representation. Yes, we are on Facebook Live. So Tommy, thank you for coming, and we're ready for you.
Thank you.
Also, you have 3 minutes. When it comes to public comments on this, you have 3 minutes. You can come up here, state your name and address, and also there's a sign-in sheet in the back for the public hearing.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. I'm privileged to be here with you this evening, and what I want to do is just kind of give you an overview of the purpose for tonight's public hearing, and then the process of how the public hearing will proceed. Then I'll give you an overview of the draft map and the changes that are taking place, and then we'll open it up for public comment. And so that's the order in which we will go tonight. The purpose of this hearing is to receive public input and input from you, members of the public, about the redrawing of the ward boundaries in the city. The public comment can be in the form of your verbal comments tonight. As the mayor indicated, you'll have an opportunity to come up and make any comments you wish to make within a 3-minute time limit. You may also submit any comments in writing if you wish to do so. You can submit those tonight in writing, and they'll be made part of the hearing record for this public hearing. So the purpose of tonight's hearing is to hear from you, members of the public, who wish to make comments. I'll give you a brief overview of the census data and the development of the map in just a few minutes. But let me just mention to you that, as the mayor has indicated, the council tonight is following its normal It's normal process for public hearings. There is a sign-up sheet out in the corner area. If you wish to, we want you to sign up to show your presence here. If you wish to speak, there's a spot where you can indicate that on the sign-up sheet. I'll go get the sign-up sheet in just a second and see who all is signed up and give it to the mayor. You will be recognized for your comment. As the mayor mentioned, you'll be given 3 minutes to make any comments that you wish to make. This here is being recorded, so please speak clearly and carefully if you come up to make your comments. Now, let me give you just a brief overview of the draft maps. What you have on display tonight, to my immediate left, is the proposed draft of the redistricting map. On my right, over in the other aisle, that's a map of the existing ward boundaries. That's what the map looks like right now. There's also a map over here closer to Councilman Eldon, right on the end. That is the proposed draft plan, but it's got you'll see it's got bold black lines on it. That's the overlay of the existing districts, so that you can see, or the existing wards, so that you can see the changes that are being made between the proposed plan and the existing plan. The reason we had to redistrict the city is because there's a constitutional requirement. The United States Constitution has a requirement called one person, one vote. And that is, you try to get population among your wards as close to equal as you possibly can, so that everybody's vote counts the same. There's a way there's a formula that's followed to determine whether or not you have to redraw. And what formula is, you look at the ward based on the new census numbers, the 2020 census numbers. You look at the ward that has that's the most overpopulated, that is the highest over the ideal ward size. And then you look at the ward that's the least populated, the lowest populated below the ideal size. You look at the percentage difference, that is from the ideal ward, and you add those two together. If you add those two together, they exceed 10%, you have to redraw. In the particular situation here, when we pump the 2020 census numbers into the existing plan, the overall deviation for the current districts was 26.94%. So that was well outside of the constitutional norm requiring that the districts be, or the wards be, redrawn. Here, with regard to yours, now there are data sheets actually that were outside for you to get that shows you the difference between the census data for the existing ward boundaries and then the new ward boundaries, the proposed plan. And under the proposed plan, the overall maximum deviation is down to 6.26%. So it's well below the 10% overall maximum deviation that is required by the Constitution. How did we develop this draft plan? Well, first of all, once we decided that redistricting needed to happen, we sought input from each individual council member. Sought input with them in terms of the characteristics of the wards, the geography, and the characteristics of the city. Then we also had a set of guidelines that we typically follow when we develop wards such as this. These are guidelines that were presented to the City Council on October the 18th when they set the public hearing, the date for this public hearing. Those guidelines real quickly were: number one, you have to draw the districts to be relatively equal in size, and there should be less than a 10% overall maximum deviation, which I just shared with you. Number two, the redistricting plan shall comply with Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act and all other applicable state and federal laws. Number three, each district should be contiguous. That is, that just means they need to be lined up with each other. You can't have an island, one part of the district over another part. They all have to be lined up and be side by side. Each district should be compact as possible, while adhering to all other guidelines. Mayor Vaughn mentioned to you the current shape of Ward 3. That was something that we looked at in particular in an effort to make that ward more compact, rather than having it be, as he said, indicated an S shape, essentially from the southern tip of the city, almost up to the northeastern corner, at least part of the northeastern corner. Each ward should follow natural geographical boundaries where possible, streets, bayous, roads, those kinds of things that we can follow that make it easier for people to describe where they live in terms of which ward they live in. And then we made sure that with the incumbent council members, we placed them each in their existing wards and did not pit any one of those against another one. Let me go over to you real quickly with you just generally what the changes are. And if I may, I'll just stand in front of this map, which is the proposed draft plan. Starting with Ward 1. Ward 1, we shifted territory in the west eastern corner of Ward 1, shifted that into Ward 3. Then we acquired, with Ward 1, acquired territory north of Highway 90 and west of the Gautier Road. You will notice Ward 1 is in the red here. Ward 1 was made more of a westward-centric type of ward. As you'll see under the existing plan, it kind of slides from northwest all the way down to the southwestern corner there. And so basically what we did is we kind of made that ward more compact and made it more of a westward centric ward. Ward 2, there are only two changes to Ward 2. The area north of Highway 90 that's currently
Just a mall property.
Yeah, it's in Ward 3. We moved that into Ward 2. That's essentially that town commons area. And then there was Barracuda Street right in the southwestern corner that shifts over into Ward 3. Ward 3 probably had the most change, but Ward 3 and Ward 4 because of the shape that I mentioned with regard to Ward 3 earlier. Ward 3 acquires this southwestern corner of the existing Ward 1 that I pointed out earlier. All of Shepherd Park is going to be in Ward 3 now. Shepherd Park is split, but there's no population in Shepherd Park. So it doesn't affect any of the voting issues. It's just from a geographical standpoint, we place it all in Ward 3. The northwestern boundary in Ward 3 is now Gautier Road in the Rolling Meadows area, right up here, kind of running south of Walker Bayou, right in there. And that's where Ward 3 cuts off now, as opposed to going on up in a northward direction as it used to. Ward 4 does maintain the current, it's kind of the core area, Indian Point Road northward, and it acquired area north of that that used to be in Ward 3, as Ward 3 snaked up there. We transferred Riverside Drive in a small area north of Hasty Road up here from Ward 5 that came from Ward 4 and went into Ward 5 as well as this corner up here. And with regard to Ward 5, that changed right around Hasty Road and Riverside Drive was there, and then this corner, which would be that used to be in that used to be in Ward. That was in Ward 3. Ward 3 had a little bit. Ward 3 had a little bit of everything. But we changed that this time around. So, under the proposed draft, as I mentioned to you, the overall maximum deviation is now well within the 10%. And we believe that this draft complies with all the other redistricting principles that the board that was before the council, as well as all applicable laws that we must follow. So now we have time for the public comments. Did somebody go get the sign up?
We did, Chief Letch got it for us, so.
Okay. so Mayor,
The first citizen to come comment is Jeffrey Martin. If you want to stand up at the podium, state your name and address, and speak loudly. It's only on the redistricting that we're speaking on. Do you want to speak on it?
No, sir.
You don't? Okay. Monica Lane, you don't want to speak on the redistricting?
No, sir.
Okay. Anthony Snow, would you like to speak on the redistricting?
Your music's good.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Snow, for attending. Welcome back, we've missed you.
He's been following us on Facebook Live.
And then, I do not even, I think it's Dave and Dee maybe?
They don't, they might hear.
Y'all just wanted to come. I thought that was y'all's signature, but I wasn't for sure, so I was hoping. Okay, so we have no public comments on the public hearing regarding the redistricting.
All right, Mayor, if anybody wants to submit anything in writing, you can do so before the end of the evening, before the meeting is over. You can submit it in writing and just submit it to the mayor, and the mayor will make it part of the record if anybody has any written comments. Otherwise, we can adjourn this public hearing.
Okay, thank you. Our public hearing is adjourned. Tommy, do you need this for your record?
Yes, it is. And I'm going to just leave everything up and I'll come get it in.
That'll be fine. Okay. You have a good night.
I guess our viewers can email if they have any.
Okay, that brings us to our announcements by our city attorney, Mr. Josh Danos.
Yes, sir. Mayor, on November 16th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. the Gautier Senior Center Thanksgiving Luncheon and membership drive will occur. That will be at the Senior Center. The city offices will be closed November 24th and 25th in observance of the Thanksgiving holiday. And the Gautier Lights and Lanyap on the Bayou will be Saturday, December 3rd, starting at 1 p.m. at the former Senior Room Mall site.
Thank you, Mr. Danos. We had our public hearing. That was like a presentation, so we don't have another presentation this evening. That brings us to our business agenda. 1, approval of change order number 6, summary final pay application, certificate of substantial completion, and other closeout documents for the Baco Park improvement projects by Ms. April Stinnett.
Yes, sir, Mayor. This is our final summary change order for this project. Essentially what we did is we took any overages and underruns and made them wash by adding some sodding around the open-air basketball court to help keep that court clean and the grass established there. And also we added a few concrete slabs near the baseball field so that people could use them for seating and whatnot. So it's a wash. There will be no additional money cost, and it also reduced the contract time by 4 days. We got done a little earlier than expected. Heflin reviewed all of this and does recommend that we approve. If you have any questions, let me know.
Thank you, Ms. Stinnett. Do we have any public comments on business agenda item number 1? None? Do we have a motion by council to approve the change order number 6 summary final pay application in the amount of $61,257.52, certificate of substantial completion, remaining work, and other closeout documents for the Baco Park improvement project?
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Jackson.
Second.
We got a second by Councilman College. Any discussion, starting with Councilman Elvin?
No discussion.
Councilman Anderson?
No discussion.
Councilman College?
Great project. I'm glad to see it came to fruition, and it's a project that everybody in the city can be proud of.
Thank you. Councilman
Say
Gillespie?
the engineering firm has signed off on everything, they're complete. Okay, thank you.
Councilman Jackson?
Yeah, I reiterate on what that Lord said. It's a great project. It has been a great improvement, especially for my ward. It's changed the environment in the ward. There's still some things that need to be worked on, in my ward, but at the same time, the environment has changed a lot, especially for the chief, for the work that they've done in the police department, and keeping it quiet and peaceful and orderly. things that come along, the ward, my ward is actually, I feel everybody's starting to feel safe in that ward, and they're loving the improvements, the development and things like that. I just want to continue it and move forward from there. I have no further comments.
Thank you, Councilman Jackson. Councilman George?
I don't know if he's on, is he?
He joined at 6:15. Councilman George?
Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button on my phone.
Okay.
Just want to say thanks to everybody that worked on this project, especially Richard. He really was very proactive on this. Other than that, I don't have any other comments.
Thank you, Councilman George. I just want to thank Austin Moore with Heflin Engineering. They did a phenomenal job. Not many projects do you have go on in the city with some kind of construction that there's not a problem. And they had some minor hiccups, but you did not hear about them very much. I can tell you he was here at the crack of dawn sending sunrise photos from the concrete. The youth out there, if you've not been to Baco Park, I encourage you to go. They're ecstatic to be able to play on the splash pad. East Central, when we played our first games, kudos to Chastity, April, Sam, the Mayor's Youth Council, all of y'all back there that work and help the Youth Council. It was just a great day, and to hear our sister neighboring community say, man, y'all done a great job, and we're glad to be back here in Gautier playing, when for many years we heard nobody would ever want to play down there. It just makes you feel good, and you're doing the right thing when you're investing in your youth. So thank all of our staff, and please, April, if you'll let Austin know, we appreciate his hard work. Also, with that being said, I should have said it earlier. I think it's an appropriate time because Baco Park was very important to Mr. Norwood. I ask that y'all keep his wife and his children and grandchildren in your prayers, but he passed away this week. Yeah, Mr. Norwood at the snowball stand. So he really was adamant about Baco Park. He got to see it completed halfway. You know, we didn't get all of our amenities there just yet, but he knows what the envision is.
I'd like to also point out that he was at our Gautier Mullet Music Festival, and he invited all of us to his birthday party coming up next month, which we will not be able to make now.
That's right. He always supported the youth. If they didn't have money for a snowball, they got a snowball. If they didn't have money for cracklins, they got cracklins. If they didn't have money for pork skins, they got pork skins. Mr. Norwood never told a child no when they wanted one of his products, so he will be remembered. With that being said, we have a motion by Councilman Jackson, a second by Councilman College. All in favor? Motion carries. No, Councilman George? Thank you. That brings us to business agenda item number 2. Let's make sure we're okay on this one. Business agenda item number 2, consideration of a conditional use major permit that would allow a tattoo parlor in a C3 highway commercial zoning district at 810 Highway 90 Suite B, Gautier, Mississippi, GPC number 22-42-CU, PID number 8701004.100 by Mr. Scott Ankerson, our planning director.
Thank you, Mayor. The planning department has received this request from Jeffrey Martin. The application fee of $250 was paid on October 3rd, 2022, and all public notice requirements have been met. Some background on this property, the general features, it's a total of approximately 0.48 acres. Existing multi-occupancy building on the property. The existing land use is commercial retail, and the comprehensive plan's future land use designation calls out low impact commercial. I've included in the discussion section of the report the review criteria for major conditional use is outlined in section 4.17.5 of the Unified Development Ordinance. And Once heard by Planning Commission, the Planning Commission recommended that City Council approve the conditional use major as presented due to it meeting all criteria for approval required by the UDO. The City Council may approve the conditional use major, approve the conditional use major with changes, or deny the conditional use major. I've included the excerpt from the GPC meeting dated 11/3/22 with a complete packet. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. The applicant is also.
Thank you, Mr. Ankerson. Do we have any public comments on business agenda item number 2? Any public comments? None? Do we have a motion by council to accept the Planning Commission's recommendation of a conditional use major permit that would allow a tattoo parlor in a C3 highway commercial zoning district at 810 Highway 90, Suite B, Gautier, Mississippi, GPC 22-42-CUPID 8701004.8.100.
Mayor, may I ask one question prior to
Sure.
the motion?
Go ahead.
Are you the applicant by chance?
Mr. Mott.
What will be your hours of operation for this?
At the moment, my hours are 1 to 6. I do plan on making them a little longer, like 1 to 8.
1 to 8?
Yes, sir.
So we put a stipulation where hours of operations cannot exceed, let's say 10 p.m., you'd be fine with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Is that all you had?
That's all I had.
Okay.
There was a question. I wasn't. So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilman Gilat, a second by Councilman College. Any discussion, starting with Councilman Elbin?
No discussion.
Councilman Anderson?
No discussion.
Councilman College?
I would like to put an amendment on this, that where hours of operations are not to exceed 10 p.m.
We have a,
Yeah, I make a motion to amend this motion to include hours of operations to not extend past 10 p.m. on any given night.
okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Anderson. We'll finish discussion and then we'll go vote on the order of all the motions. Is that all you had, Councilman Cole?
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Councilman Gilat?
No.
Councilman Jackson?
No.
Councilman George?
No comment.
Well, Mr. Martin, I just want to thank you for investing in our community and bringing your business and continuing to support our activities here in the city of Gautier, and we look forward to your business continuing to grow. Okay, we have a motion on an amendment by Councilman College. We have a second by Councilman Anderson. All in favor on the amendment? Councilman George?
Yay.
Motion carries. We have a motion, the original motion by Councilman Gilat, a second by Councilman College. All in favor? Councilman George?
Yay.
Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Martin.
Thank you.
That brings us to business agenda item number 3, consideration of a special exception that would allow the applicant to replace their existing mobile home with a new manufactured home in a R1 low-density single-family residential zoning district located at 4824 Old Spanish Trail, Gautier, Mississippi, GPC case number 22-43-SC, PID number 824330009.000 by Mr. Scott Ankerson, our planning director.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a consideration or request for a special exception that would allow the applicant to replace their existing mobile home with a new manufactured home in an R1 low-density single-family residential zoning district at 4824 Old Spanish Trail. Some background on the property, the general features of the proposed project: the lot size is 1.27 acres. There is an existing mobile home on the property, of course, with potable and wastewater services existing from the city. The surrounding zoning is C3 highway commercial, R1 low-density single-family residential, and a PUD planned unit development. The comprehensive plan's future land use designation for this parcel is very low-density residential. I've included the review criteria for the special exception as outlined in 4.16.4 of the Unified Development Ordinance for your review. After hearing this case, Planning Commission recommends approval of the request based on the evidence presented meets the criteria from the Unified Development Ordinance. The city council may approve the special exception, approve the special exception with changes, or deny the special exception. And again, I've included the excerpt from the GPC meeting dated 11/3/22 and the complete packet for your review. And I believe the applicants are here tonight to answer questions.
Thank you, Mr. Ankerson. Dave, indeed. That brings us to our public comments on this item. Do we have any public comments? None. Do we have a motion by council to approve the planning commission's recommendation that based on the evidence presented it met the criteria of the UDO to approve a special exception that would allow the applicant to replace their existing mobile home with a new manufactured home in a R1 low density single family residential zoning district located at 4824 Old Spanish Trail, Gautier, Mississippi, GPC case number 22-43-SC, PID number 824330009.000.
So moved.
Motion by Councilman College. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Gilat. Any discussion, starting with Councilman Nelson?
No discussion.
Councilman Anderson?
No discussion?
Councilman College?
Yes, just a couple of items of clarification that I want to verify. You've resided on this property for how long now?
Been there almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years, and it's been in your family name for that 20 years, correct?
Longer than that. It was his mom and dad for like 15 years before that.
And my understanding is there's never been any issues with this property as far as any power cut off or water. They've been continuously living in this property.
Since I've worked for the city 8 years.
The reason I'm asking this is we're kind of setting a precedent on this, and I want to make sure that we're specifying that there's reasons why we may vote or vote against this item right here to ensure that if it comes in front of us again, we have a leg to stand on. So just for the record, they did acknowledge that they've lived in the property for 20 years. They've had the property in their name for much longer than that. They were there prior to the adoption of our UDO and the current zoning. And that, thank you for answering the questions.
Thank you.
Councilman Gilat?
No comment.
Councilman Jackson?
No comment.
Councilman George?
No comment.
Thank you. I just want to thank Dave and Dee for continuing to invest and make our community a better place, and we appreciate y'all staying here, and thank you all for serving the citizens of Gautier with your wonderful musical talents through the year. We're blessed to have y'all here, so thank you. We have a motion by Councilman College, a second by Councilman Gilat. All in favor? Councilman George?
Yes.
Motion carries. That brings us to business agenda. Item number 4 was pulled.
No? Number 5 was pulled.
Sorry, 5. So that brings us to business agenda item number 4. And we're after 6:30 so we can hear it. Okay. Consideration for an abatement at 1719 Laurel Glen, Gautier, Mississippi. Sarah Lou, PID number 85700146000 by Planning Director Mr. Scott Akers.
Thank you, Mayor. This is, we're asking council to consider the abatement of 1719 Laurel Glen. This property is overgrown, hasn't been mowed since July 2022. There's been no water account associated with this property since August of 2022. The grass is 2 foot tall in various places. They have broken windows in the structure. Neighbors have filed complaints to request that the property be mowed and maintained. All attempts to resolve this case without abatement have been made. The owner was notified by letter, text messages, and 2 phone calls. This property would be abated if not maintained. The previously scheduled abatement in early September was postponed to allow more time to address the care of premises violation. The yard of this lot will soon reach the point that it will need to be bush hogged. It's high enough now that it's difficult to see the for sale sign in the front yard. So staff feels that mowing it will be a significant enhancement to the safety and appearance of the neighborhood. Staff recommends the City Council approve this abatement and assess an administrative fee and have the property mowed after the 10-day statutory appeal period from the date of council adjournment. I've included in your report pictures of the property and posting. Also, Code Enforcement Officer Fagan is here tonight to answer any questions specifically about this property.
Thank you, Mr. Ankerson. That brings us to public comments on business agenda item number 4. Do we have any public comments on this business agenda item? None? Do we have a motion to approve an abatement at 1719 Laurel Glen, Gautier, Mississippi? And if you make a motion, don't forget to include all your requirements of how you assess the fine, the cleanup fee, and how you want it collected.
I make a motion that we approve the abatement at 1719 Laurel Glen Drive, and that a penalty is assessed to the property in the amount of $1,500 or 50% of the actual cost of cleaning the property, whichever is more, by means of lien on the property.
We have a motion by Councilman College. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Gilat. Any discussion, starting with Councilman Elvin?
No discussion.
Councilman Anderson?
No discussion.
Councilman College?
Is the intent only to mow the yard, or are we going to board up the windows that are broken also? Do we feel that that's a hazard to the community?
Sir, we're going to board up all the windows and doors also, going to have to be nailed shut.
Okay.
And yes, that's all we're going to do is mow it.
Okay, mow and then secure the property.
We're not going to tear anything down.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Councilman Gilat?
I was looking through the pictures and a couple of them, yard looks empty, but then all of a sudden you see it full of furniture and everything. Did that happen during the period of time that y'all were looking at this house?
No, sir, the previous renters completely destroyed the inside of the house. They even took out the floors. I don't know all about that, but she doesn't, it's beyond repair for her, but we had so many complaints that somebody went and volunteered and cleaned up the trash on the front porch and moved some things to the back so they couldn't be seen from the street. The neighbors, probably.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Councilman Jackson?
So are we moving the furniture? I see it's furniture in the backyard. Are they gonna clear all that out too as well? I mean, it's no good.
I think it's just the couch. If we don't remove it, it might end up on the street, but we could probably just put it back inside the house since the doors are open.
Oh, okay.
The house is loaded with rotten furniture. So it wouldn't hurt to put it back in my house.
Okay, no further comments.
Thank you, Councilman Jackson. Councilman George?
Let's not put it back in the house.
Councilman George?
It's outside, all off.
Okay. Thank you, Councilman George. You know, kudos to our planning department and our code enforcement officers. They do a great job. It's a thankless job, but we are working to beautify, as we stated, our community because it does bring economic development. They want to come to a nice, crisp, clean city, not a junky, cluttered, run-down city. So we are working on that and we will continue. And if people want to continue to bash us on social media, we got tough skin and we're willing to take the heat. So I just want to remind y'all, code enforcement is not going anywhere. We went from 0 code enforcement to 3. So hopefully we'll get one more next budget year.
We may add more.
Can we get, because y'all said it was structurally sound, right? Just not for this lady to repair it?
I think what code enforcement officer was saying was that it's beyond her funding.
Right, but it could be repaired.
But as far as being condemnable, I don't feel it's condemnable.
Okay. Do you think y'all could check with the new guy that is doing a fantastic job redoing the houses on Hastings and see if he might want to be interested in this property because he's doing a great job and they really look amazing. If you've not been down Hastings Road, I encourage you all to go look and see what he's doing to the little houses because he's doing a great job. Okay, thank you. We have a motion by Councilman College, a second by Councilman Gilat. All in favor? Councilman George? Motion carries. Tell Lacey we said hello. Business number 5 was pulled. That brings us to business agenda item number 6, approval of the docket of claims. The city clerk and deputy clerk provided them to us online and in our agendas, so they have done their job. And now any public comments on the docket of claims? No public comments. Do we have a motion to approve them?
Make a motion, we approve the docket of claims, provided that all entries thereon are true, correct, properly entered, and not fraudulent.
We have a motion by Councilman College. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Gilat. All in favor? Councilman George? Thank you. Motion carries. That brings us to consent agenda. They'll be approved in one motion unless somebody wants to pull one. Consent agenda items are: 1, approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting held November the 1st, 2022. 2, receive October 2022 privilege license report. 3, approval of the project agreement between the Gautier Police Department and Hometown Publishing Inc. 4, authorization for Gautier Police Department to enter an agreement with NIC Mississippi. Anybody want to pull one? Do we have a motion to approve consent agenda items 1 through 4?
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Gilat. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman College. All in favor? Councilman George?
Yeah.
Motion carries. That brings us to our study agenda. Number 1, discuss citizen comments. You have 3 minutes to come to the podium, state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes. Do we have any citizen comments? Anthony, you're not going to come speak to us tonight, and you've been missing. What?
You don't want to know about the sidewalk?
It's coming along.
Talking about the sidewalk over here that he.
Okay,
Highway, goes to Van Fleet Road behind Valleywood. Talked him into it.
My name is Anthony Snow. I live at 2205 Highland Drive here in Gautier. Since you mentioned the sidewalk he's referring to is a couple of months back I proposed a question about continuing the sidewalk from tying in the sidewalk to Highway 90 from Valleywood. And I heard rumors that some action's been taken on that, but I don't know about any feedback on that.
April, do you want to give an update on the project there with the sidewalk?
The original one that's complete or the new one?
The new one we applied for.
We're awaiting results from that grant application, and we do hope to tie that in. We've submitted a full application to NDOT for that, and we're just waiting on results.
Okay.
But it looks good. I'll tell you that.
And we was able to resolve getting over the culvert, getting over the bridge.
Yeah.
I would hope that would be possibly some kind of a boardwalk.
Right.
It'll be a little bridge.
All right, the next thing is on MDOT, well, the contract's doing a very good job, obviously, on the paving of Highway 90, but and the city has been very good about replacing the lights on Highway 90. But then you get so far down, there's quite a few lights that's been out for months. Not the new lights, the older lights, in status on the replacement of those lights, as well as, I'm sorry to say, as well as replacing the poles that have been taken down for the lights that we did have installed.
Ramon, do you have an update?
I do not have an update. I can get the Singing River electric lights that are out. Is that
Oh, there's quite a few of those.
190?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cobra lights.
But I noticed that those Cobra lights I don't know if it's on purpose or just accidentally, but it looks like they come off and on, because I noticed one was off and was going to report it, but when I came back through, it was on, so it like comes on
Sounds
and
like a photo
off.
cell might be out.
Turn the bright
I've
lights
seen that,
on.
but there's certain ones that I've seen that's been out for a long
What
time.
area are you talking about, Mr. Snow?
From Oak Street to the post office.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Singing River Electric.
Singing River lights,
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
I will get with Drew at Singing River Electric tomorrow. We're going to have them take you at the nice meeting.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's all.
Singing River Electric has to be alerted
Thank you,
of this
Mr.
situations. They don't
Right.
necessarily send people around at night looking to see what lights are on and which are off, so we do have to alert them.
Yeah.
Thought of something else?
Off the street posts, and then when they're in the median, that requires me to drive my big truck and then hop out and safely get the number.
Oh, I have the number of every single one of them, if you wish to know which ones are out.
Anthony's got a great list. Is that all, Mr. Smith?
What about the lights along Frontage Road? Cobra lights on Frontage Road, some LED lights that you was proposing at council?
We have that in the budget to look into it after the second quarter of this budget year.
Okay.
To possibly add additional lights on Martin Bluff Road, on Frontage Road, and then also on Graveline between Dolphin and Ladner.
Okay. And then there are certain lights from the, like I know of one right at the top of my head, it's right at the intersection of former Jerry Lee's, that the pole is completely gone. There's multiple lights that we had, that we maintain, but the pole itself are gone.
Yeah, somebody takes it out, and usually we got to go through the insurance process with either whoever took out the pole with their vehicle, or if it's not utilized, we can't do that, then we've got to go through our insurance to get it replaced.
So there's many of those that's been like that for a while too. We got the lights turned on, but we never replaced the poles yet.
I think some are on order, aren't they, Ramona?
Yes, sir.
And aren't we having a study done for them?
Yeah.
Did you say old Jerry Lee?
Yes.
You said,
No, I was saying, I forgot to say Wednesday.
okay, I was going to say that's Singing River Electric.
Is that all, Mr.
That's all.
Smith? Thank
Y'all have
you
a question for
again.
me?
No, we're good.
And we appreciate y'all's church holding trunk or treat. Y'all did a fine job and it was well attended, and we appreciate y'all giving community support up in that area of the city.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other citizen comments? Anybody back there want to say something? Mark, you want to say something? No? Okay. Bring us to city council comments. We'll start with Councilman Elbin because it's the second meeting of the month.
I have no comments.
Councilman Anderson,
I have no comments.
Councilman College.
I wish everybody a safe and happy Thanksgiving next week.
Thank you. Councilman Gilat.
I'd like to echo what Councilman at Large said. Happy Thanksgiving, folks. Next week.
Thank you. Councilman Jackson.
I'll be working doing all that. I know.
Every day's a Saturday with me.
Yeah, I pretty much just want to thank everybody again for the support of Baycott Park, because I mean, that was really just the center point of my ward. That, you know, besides all the other things that I was pushing to get done, this was just really the center point. It helped the improvement. I mean, you can actually see the changes in the ward now, and I just want to thank everybody that have played a part. That goes for the council board as well as the police department, the first responder, everybody that's involved to assure that Baycott Park is one place, and Grant, the grant writer as well, because she played a great part, and April always, Miss Bilbo, she's always working out there at Baycott Park with our youth, keeping some type of function going all the time. So, I mean, and planning for that is a real difficult thing, because I've done as a promoter, plan events and things like that. It takes time and a lot of work and stress. That's why I don't have no hair now, because it's stressful. I'm telling you, it's very stressful. That's pretty much all I have.
Thank you, Councilman Jackson. Councilman George?
No comment.
Thank you. I just want to say, you know, as echo what Councilman College said and Councilman Gilat, happy Thanksgiving to all y'all. We're very blessed in Gautier, Mississippi. You might hear a lot of negative, but there's a lot of positive. So I encourage you to get the positive and go start spreading it, and let's overcome all the negative going on and all the hatred. I've not seen grown adults that have so much hatred in them, how they can go to bed and put their head on their pillow at night. It is sad, and I ask that you pray for those people. I also want to thank our American Legion. They did a fine job on Veterans Day. Thank the city staff who prepped for the Veterans event. But it was beautiful weather, and we had a wonderful day at the Tributes Tower. Thank our public safety who worked that holiday weekend, and some of our parks and recs had to work that weekend. And I'm sure Public Works had calls too. So we thank all of y'all. Also, as you heard Councilman Jackson say about Baco Park, I think we should recognize some staff that is not only, they do not work in recreation, but recreation could not survive without their assistance. So if you work in another department and you help Chastity in her department, please stand so people can see that y'all are out there volunteering to help. Come on, Emily. Come on, Becky. Come on, Ramona. Come on, April. Come on, the police department and fire department. Y'all gonna make me call all y'all out. And Shanda Bang is in the planning department, and she is also always helping. Sam, thank all of y'all. We have a small city, and we have a very small staff, and we make it work. And so for that, we're very grateful and blessed. So thank all of you. Chief Bevers, do you have any positive news you want to share from your department?
Shop at the Cop.
Yes.
They were accepting toy donations for Shop at the Cop till December 12th at the police station. If anybody wants to make a money donation, make it out to Gautier Pride and get a tax write-off.
Thank you, and we thank your staff. One of our new officers that came was recruited from Moss Point, Miss Officer Ward. She's done a great job. She volunteered at all of our trunk or treats, and she's hit the floor running to promote. Also, your new secretary chief is doing a mighty fine job on her Facebook. We are in competitive mode on that, so hallelujah for that. So, Chief Lutz, you want to say anything?
We're getting some new turnouts, that's good.
Wonderful. We want to, we appreciate the fire department. They participated in all of our community events. They sold pulled pork sandwiches for the fire union, and we thank them for all their work. On Veterans Day, at the Tribute Tower, like I said, Chastity had her staff put up stuff, but the American Legion and all of them set everything up and then pick it up. And the fire department and the police department, it was Johnny on the spot helping pick up. So thank y'all for doing that. Chastity, you have anything you'd like to say?
No.
Mr. Ankerson, you have anything you'd like to say?
Actually, I do want to say, I want to give kudos to my staff. To, you don't see them much. They don't come to these meetings very often. But, Miss Logan, she's my right hand because it pertains to all the planning things that go on, all the conditional uses and special exceptions, and all the things that are presented before y'all for approval. Miss Bang, who sits at the window and, all day, every day, taking calls and helping customers and citizens. All of my code enforcement officers work diligently. As y'all know, you see the abatements coming in, you see the changes that are going on in the neighborhood. I just want to thank all of my staff. They do a wonderful job, and y'all see me, but I'm just one person of the team. We're a team, and it's a team effort. I couldn't do it without them. So.
Thank you. I agree. Your admin is the one who greets everybody, and to get positive results after we had a straight line windstorm and the contractor, it was a weekend, knew he needed to start getting stuff secure, but he knew he had to come pull a permit. But your employee, Miss Bang, was really gracious to him, worked well with him, and as I was leaving City Hall, he made sure to brag on her. So please relay that to her. And if you don't know Miss Bang, she, I think, promotes every business we have in Gautier, Mississippi more than the business promotes themselves. So kudos to her for always being Gautier #1, so supporting our businesses. Ms. Morgan, you have anything you want to say?
No, I would say thank you to my staff who, behind the scenes, who work very diligently to deal with everyone when they have issues with either a sewer backup or a water leak. So they're not a very, they don't get lots of kudos. And to Clearwater for them going out and fixing everything as quickly as possible.
Thank you. I know our clerk is back there. Do you, Miss Montgomery, or our deputy clerk, Miss Dickerson, have anything y'all would like to say? Okay, thank you. Ms. Stinnett? Okay, well, I just want to once again hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving and enjoy your time with your family and friends, and just celebrate like it's the last, because you literally never know when it's the last. Our city manager, Ms. Yancey, just pray for her that she gets well soon. She does not have any comments, but she would like to wish our staff, I know she would, a happy Thanksgiving, and the council and our administration, and she's thankful for all of us and what we do and work together to make Gautier a better place to call home. Our city clerk did not have any comments. Our city attorney, Mr. Dennis, do you have any comments?
One thing, Mayor, did you want to
Oh, yes.
bring up the fireworks?
Also, don't forget, Gautier High School made the playoffs. Woohoo! Second round, we play home. We have home field advantage. We will play Van Cleve. So come out to the swamp and support your youth. If you want to volunteer, they need some help in the concession stand. So anybody is welcome to volunteer, help the youth at the ball game. And you get in free if you volunteer to help, I think. So kudos to them for offering that. But what they would like to do is they request approval. So we would just need a motion to approve fireworks celebration before the game and after the game at the playoff game this Friday night, November the 18th at Gautier High School.
I'll make a motion that we approve for a fireworks display at Gautier High School on November the 18th.
Thank you, Councilman College. We have a motion by Councilman College. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Anderson. Any discussion, starting with Councilman Elvin?
No discussion.
Councilman Anderson?
No.
Councilman College?
No.
Councilman Gillette?
Boom, no.
Councilman Jackson?
No comment.
Councilman George?
No.
All in favor? And I pray none of our youth were watching our Facebook Live, and don't go tell them back there, because that was supposed to be a surprise. Okay, so they get their fireworks. And
What day did he say?
it's Friday, this Friday. What'd you say, Councilman George?
Were we voting on the fireworks just now, or is that just?
Yeah, did
I'm
you-
sorry.
Was yours a yay or a nay?
Yay.
Yay, motion carries.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you so much. That brings us to our, we have a motion to adjourn until December the 6th, 2022 at 6:30 PM.
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Gillette. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Jackson. All in favor? Councilman George?
Boom.
Yay.
We're adjourned. Good night, everyone.